You're not ready for what you're about to hear, because this isn't a story about a bodybuilder. This is the legend of a man carved by deserts, hardened by storms, and crowned by chaos itself. At nearly 300 pounds of weaponized mass, Big Ramy didn't walk into bodybuilding. He erupted into it. Born in Egypt, raised on determination, and forged in the fire of Oxygen Gym in Kuwait, Ramy became something the sport had never seen before. A man whose physique didn't look human. Shoulders so wide they formed shadows. Legs carved like ancient columns. A lat spread that looked like wings opening before battle. Arms that turned stages into battlegrounds. But how did a fisherman from a small village transform into a two-time Mr. Olympia? A global force. A sandstorm that swallowed champions whole. This is the rise, the fall, and the mystery-filled rebirth of Big Ramy. While others trained casually, Ramy trained like a man chosen by destiny. When other kids ran around the streets, he was hauling fishnets, building raw strength without knowing it. Not strength of machines, strength of labor, grit, reality. But the turning point came the moment he stepped into Oxygen Gym, the place where monsters are created, the place where limits die. Under those famous green lights, Ramy's body didn't grow, it transformed. He packed on muscle faster than the sport could understand. His physique became a sculpture of impossible proportions. Every rep he performed echoed like a warning. Something unstoppable is coming. Fans around the world saw footage of him posing in Kuwait, and the reaction was immediate. Shock, confusion, disbelief. People asked, how can a human be this big and still this aesthetic? How is he not the champion already? Who created this monster? And then, the prophecy was fulfilled. A year where everything fell apart, except Big Ramy. He stepped on the Olympia stage like a myth from another dimension, shredded, massive, flowing, complete. The moment he hit that front lat spread, the crowd felt the air get heavy. When he opened that front double biceps, the judges didn't need to debate. When he turned to the side, the contest wasn't a contest anymore. It was a coronation. He didn't win the Olympia. He took it by force. He became the king the sport had been waiting for. If you're loving this story, hit that subscribe button right now. We uncover the rise, fall, and rebirth of the freaks, the legends, and the monsters of bodybuilding. And Big Ramy's journey is just getting started. And in 2021, he defended his crown. A two-time champion, a desert titan ruling the bodybuilding world. For a moment, it felt like nobody could stop him. Not time, not competition, not even the sport itself, but even the strongest kings face storms. After his second Olympia, something changed. Whispers started. Comments grew louder. People questioned everything. His peak, his focus, his future. 2022 Olympia. A shock. A painful one. The king stumbled. The giant slipped. Fans didn't just criticize. They doubted. They forgot the monster who once dominated the world stage. They forgot the power of the man beneath the muscle. But legends aren't built from victories. Legends are built from what they do after they fall. And Ramy? He didn't retire. He didn't disappear. He went silent. And silence from a titan is never a good sign for the competition. Then the world saw it. Footage emerging from his socials. Ramy training again in Kuwait. Intensity back in his eyes. Strength returning to his frame. Posing sharper. Muscles tighter. Energy reborn. Fans noticed something. The density looked familiar. The power looked real again. The giant was waking up. Rumors exploded. Is Ramy coming back? Is he planning a surprise return? Is the king preparing for one last war? Nobody knows the full truth. But the signs are there. The training, the focus, the silence, the hunger. And a hungry Ramy is the most dangerous version of Ramy. Big Ramy is not just a champion. He is a phenomenon, a force of nature, a reminder that greatness isn't defined by wins. It's defined by the fire to rise again when the world writes you off. From the fishing boats of Egypt, to the brutal training halls of Kuwait, to standing victorious as Mr. Olympia, to falling hard, to rising again in silence. Ramy's story isn't finished, not even close. The desert titan may be walking quietly right now, but the world knows what happens when he decides to roar. When Big Ramy returns, the stage will shake again. Love him, doubt him, fear him, but never forget him. Because the legend of Big Ramy is still being written. Subscribe to Barbell Fuel for more stories of monsters, icons, and warriors who redefine human limits.